I'm so high, so high. They told me to sit back, don't make a sound, don't go to the unknown, but I'm too curious for that. Might be a little crazy, I don't mind, I like the way it feels, no need to set off the alarm, no. So I won't stick with it, running in a wheel, no. So I'll be taking off, for I'm dead and gone, oh. I'm so high, so high. I'm erase the aeroplanes up in the sky. I'm so high, so high. I'm a dream and fall asleep on clouds tonight. Yeah. You see, my home is where my heart is, so I reach for higher ground. I'm living out of a suitcase. I'm getting close, now I can taste it. Flavors bitter, still so sweet. I see.
There is only one of you, only one of me. There's a million of those who won't let us be, but they're not gonna see me bleed. Cause baby, I got you. I've been beaten to the ground, dragged across the dirt. I've been scared to live cause some people never learn, but they're not gonna watch me burn. Cause baby, I got you. It's a new beginnings and a better life. It's a dancing underneath the disco lights. They can try but they can never take me down. Ooh, cause I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid to love, not afraid to love you. I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid to love, not afraid to love you. They always bring all the lonely, but with you here nothing can scare me. I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid to love, not afraid to love you. I will tell them what I'm feeling forevermore. I don't care about the feelings, not anymore. So let's show them that love is pure, no matter who it's for. It's a new beginnings and a better life. It's a dancing underneath the disco lights. They can try but they can never take me down. Cause I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid to love, not afraid to love you. I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid, I'm not.
Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to Desert Adventures in Arizona, coming to you from cloudy southern Arizona. Got my Roy and Becky's Travel Cup. Thanks, Roy and Becky, for being a member of the channel. Appreciate it very much. What's that thumbs down? It's supposed to be a thumbs up. There we go. Lucas is here. Good coffee. As soon as I start the live, he comes in here and starts elbowing me. So you have to wait just a minute, buddy. All right. Hope everybody is doing well. Okay, let's see who's in the chat. Yes, I wanted to feature a channel member today. That's Ray Crum, one of my channel members. So be sure to click on that link and go check out his channel. He's got a little over 200 subscribers, so he could use a little help. And he made a delicious chicken vegetable soup that he put on his channel. So it looks like it's a pretty good meal. So be sure to stop by and give him a little love. There's Fangirl Cheryl. Welcome, welcome. Hope you're doing well. Janice from Oz is here. I was excited to see her. Used to see her on Ron Darrell Adventures live streams back when he was around, and we sure do miss Ron. Hope his family's doing okay. We know Ron's okay. He's in a better place. Lee is here. Good morning, good morning. And another channel member in the house, Roy and Becky's Travels. And boy, oh boy, coffee always tastes better in a Roy and Becky's Travel Cup. So thanks, guys, for being members. Scrolling. Yeah, it's like 2 o'clock in the morning where Janice is, huh? Yeah, good to see you. Good to see you. Someone broke the desert, Roy said. It's only 76. My gosh. That's hoodie weather there. Hey, Siri, what's the weather here today?
The National Weather Service has issued a flood watch. Expect cloudy skies today.
Did you hear that? A flood watch. A flood watch. And it's only going to be 95 today. So I better check with Oki and see if she's got the hoodies out, because we're typically well over 100. So it's nice to have a little cooler weather. Get the hoodie out, huh? All right, good to see you. Good to see you. Slowly coming out of winter where Janice is in Oz. Warming a little bit. And I was on Ava Potterfield and Friends. We always do Monday morning with Ava. And she was in the 50s this morning. So that's pretty cool. That's like dead of winter for us. When we're in the 50s, it's like November, December. So it's cooling off up there in Missouri too. Even some of that wet stuff, huh? Wow. Yeah, I think we have about a 50% chance of rain, and you heard there's a flood watch. So that will be nice. 58 degrees where Janice is. I've been outside. It's not 86 out there. It was 84 here this morning when we went out. Lucas, you want to say hello? Come on over. There's Mr. Lucas. There's Mr. Lucas. He's been outside playing. He's played for about an hour. And it's funny, as he ages, he's not lasting as long. So when he gets tired, we play fetch with him. For anybody who doesn't know, we have one of those chucker sticks. He'll run out into the yard and wait for you to throw the ball. And then he'll bring it back to you and drop it close by. And then you pick it up and off he runs and he'll wait for it. So now he's getting a little older. He's wearing out a little quicker. And when he's tired, he'll take his ball and he'll take it into the garage. And that's when we know, okay, Dad, I'm tired. Time to go inside. So yeah, he's a pretty smart boy. Okay. That's Lucas. Only 97. It's about what ours is going to be too. I know. I die at 58, right? Now, when you get used to the desert, as Roy and Becky know, and see our view also up there, when it gets down below 80, it actually feels kind of cool. There's Naj, another channel member in the house. Howdy, howdy, coming to us from beautiful Florida. Only 60. Good to have you, Naj. Hope you're doing well. Janice is in a bunch of layers. I can hardly move. Yep. That's kind of what Oki does too. Last year, was it last year? Or the year before, I bought some heated vests because we always go outside first thing in the morning. And on the cool mornings, we have a battery powered vest that is fairly new technology now. And we'll put those on the cool mornings because we're old folks, and we'll go out and we'll walk around with them. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. There's Lily T. Welcome, welcome. Another channel member in the house. Good morning, peeps, says Gracie and Jacques. There's Jolly Matilda. Good morning, Tracy. Good to have you. Hope you're doing well. Tracy's been watching a lot of my videos and making a lot of nice comments. I really appreciate that. There's Ava. So Ava didn't have any lives over the weekend. She was taking care of her mom, and she went up there to cook a bunch of meals down there, I guess. It's a couple-hour drive. She went down to cook a bunch of meals for her mom, and their son, Tom, who also has a YouTube channel, he writes his own music, is taking care of grandma. So not many families you see that, so no worries, Lily, no worries. You take a nap anytime you want. Dave is saying a blanket hello to everybody. She's exhausted. She cooked a bunch for mom, and they're back home now, so rest, Ava. Rest, rest, rest. Scrolling. Everybody's saying hello to each other. There's CR View. Blink, blink. Good morning. Time for coffee. I got Roy and Becky going this morning. Welcome, welcome. Tim, Gracie, and Crystal. When is Gracie coming back? Isn't she coming back soon, Tim? Just put the kettle on for a last cup. I won't be in the chat a lot. It's okay. I'm relaxing in my chair, feet up, drinking coffee, and watching, of course. Thanks, Ava. Take a little nap while you're there. There's Traveling Merton and Sue. Welcome, welcome. Another channel member in the house. Thank you guys for being here. Hope you're doing well. Sue had a health challenge going on. Hopefully that cleared up and you're feeling better. Jigging to the music. Oh, gigging to the music. You know, I really, those are Epidemic Sound songs on the first two videos that you see. The one on the trailer is Suno.com, and I'm really liking that. I'm going to get away from Epidemic Sound, I think, because on Suno you can make really nice music and lyrics. You can insert your own lyrics. You can do a lot with it, and I'm really liking that. Ringo and Czar is here. Welcome, Kyle. Hope you're doing well. Scrolling. All right, so this is an exciting week for us. Our grandson, Dylan, if you remember, I talked before, Oki and I went out and found a car for him. We got him a 2001 Toyota Camry. Nice car, well taken care of. It was owned by two ladies that took good care of it, didn't abuse it. It had a new paint job on it, and had been well taken care of. Maintenance had been done, so we picked that up for him, and his mom gave him the responsibility of making payments back to us on that car. I don't think I'll take I think we got $3,500 into it. Plus, I did some maintenance on it, but she's going to have him make some payments because he's starting his first job today. So he's 18 years old. She helped him pick up a position at the local school district. So his job is going to be like a monitor for the playgrounds in the afternoon. So his job is to make sure that the kids stay safe, that nobody's climbing over the fence and running around out in the road, stuff like that. So we're excited for Dylan, our grandson. He goes to work at 1 o'clock this afternoon. So that's our good news for this week. And it'll be interesting to see how he kind of develops into that working mode. He loves gaming. He stays up late at night and he does online games at home. And so he gets enough money from his parents to buy drinks and odds and ends. But once he gets that first paycheck, I'm waiting and hoping to see that spark that he'll say, that's kind of cool to make money on your own. Maybe I'll work some more. And anyway, we'll see how that works. I'm hoping it really sparks him to find something that he really enjoys. This is a starting job. And, when I started working back in 1972, I worked at the local restaurant, Lucky Wishbone it was called, cooking chicken and flipping hamburgers for $1.40 an hour. And I did that for 2 years, my first job at 2 years. So it'll be fun to see how he develops. All right, scrolling. Yeah, Janice was on Ron's channel a lot in the evenings. That's daytime for her. He was on at 9, 10 o'clock at night. I did cut the commercials back, Lily. It's supposed to be commercials at 30 minutes, but Jesus, only 15 minutes. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, that last live stream last week, I didn't check the settings and there were random commercials. And I'd like to report that I made 31 cents on that live stream last Monday. So I haven't decided where I'm going to spend that money yet, but I'll figure something out. 31 cents. That's awesome. Usually I only make about 2 or 3. My coffee season starts in a couple of months. Okay. There's Step Van Dan, another channel member in the house, saying hello to everybody. Welcome, Dan. Is it starting to cool off up there for you? Oh, no, I hate the cold. Yeah, we're not cold people either. That's why we live down here in the desert. And Janice, it's been a while since you've been around, so I'll remind you, we live out in a national monument. This is the Ironwood Forest National Monument you see behind me. That's Ragged Top Mountain off in the distance. We have 5 acres out here, and we just absolutely love it. Just beautiful, beautiful desert out here. It's a little tough in the summertime when it's hot. It's 115 degrees, but we love it, especially love it in the winter. We have rain coming in, Gracie. We have like a 50% chance. In fact, we have a flood warning that showed up today. So I hope they're right. Oh, Ava says they're all the way up to 65. That's like dead of winter still for us. We got jackets on at 65. That's right. Lily was reporting on Ava's live that they hit 100 degrees up there where she's at in the Northwest. There's Carol. Hey, Carol, good to see you. Did you catch Lucas? I had him on here right at the top. Scrolling. Yeah, he's a good boy. You know, I always think that Oki and I have had pets since we were married. We were pushing 40 years. I think 39 years coming up in July. And we've always had pets, and seems like every time, you know, we have pets that pass away. We lost two a couple years ago, and then we got Lucas. It always seems like the newest pet that we have, it seems to be the best, and that's the case with Lucas. They all have their personalities. He loves to play, and he keeps us active, so we certainly appreciate it. A little gray, maybe a white, maybe a whole lot white, Janice. Yeah. Hey, I'm 69 years old, pushing 70. I'll be 70 next year. He's still cute, yeah. Jock will find shade and lay down when he's done playing ball. Yeah, smart, huh? They're smarter than we are sometimes. Yeah, 61 in Minnesota. Yikes. 74. That's perfect right there. Oki would say 80 is perfect. She likes 80 degrees on the button. High 70s in coastal Virginia. Now, Jolly Matilda knows this area out here. In fact, she used to work out at the mine, the Silver Bell mine. So it's always good to see her in the chat. Ray's back. Welcome, welcome. Ray, I featured you at the top of the chat there and dropped the link to your channel, so be sure to check out Ray Crum. Yeah, I really like, so it kind of explain how I do it. Sunu.com is what I use, and I'll bring that up real quick. You can actually do free music. They have a $10 a month subscription, but you can do free music on there. And let me show you real quick. So I'll present, share screen, and then I've got, let me go through this first. Here's Roy and Becky's channel right there. They do live streams on Friday. Can I just bounce to Van Girl Shirls? There's Van Girl Shirls right there. She's actually doing a 30-day challenge. She challenged everyone to do 30 videos in 30 days. And then there's Ray's channel right there. If you haven't subscribed to him, check him out. He's got 202 subscribers. And then let me see, here's Sunu. Let me see if that shows up. I'm waiting for the YouTube side to catch up. So anyway, this is Sunu.com. And what I do is I click create over here. I don't know if it bounced between those. Okay, share this tab instead. Okay, so it didn't bounce between those other tabs. So all right, so I see Sunu.com up there right now. So this is Sunu.com. And so over here on the right are songs that I've made. And the nicest songs that I've come up with, or that Sunu has come up with, are the country rock songs. And here's an example right here.
heat of the day fades, a whisper in the breeze. The storm clouds gather round, dancing through the trees. The sky turns dark and wild, electric in the Arizona desert. There's a magic everywhere.
Here's another one.
The heat of the day fades, a whisper in the breeze. As storm clouds gather round, dancing through the trees. The sky turns dark and wild, electric in the air. In the Arizona desert, there's magic everywhere. Oh, the wind.
So anyway, that gives you an idea what it looks like. I'm really having a lot of fun with it. It you get some duds, because what I do is I go to Chat GPT. Actually, it's AI chat.bot, and then I type in there, make me song lyrics, and then I describe what I want. So I say, I'm flying my drone over the desert and it's morning. And so I put as much descriptive wording in there, and then I hit send, and then it comes back with a complete song lyrics. And then I copy those and then I paste them into Sunu.com. Then you pick your music if you want, rock, or if you want country, or if you want easy listening, pop. They have all kinds of stuff. Anyway, I'm having a good time with that, and I've come up with some, I think so too, Tracy, thanks. I've come up with some pretty good songs, and it works well for drone videos. So when it's really hot in the summertime, we go out on our place in the morning, but we don't wander around the monument too much, when it's over 100 degrees. And so if I go out and fly my drone and record some video, then I can add some music to make it more interesting. In fact, I have learned how to add the lyrics. So if I have drone video in the background, I can scroll the lyrics to the song. And so I'm playing around with that too on some of the better songs. Yeah, I was expecting that his father, his mom and dad are divorced many years ago, and I was kind of hoping that his dad would help him. He did let him borrow an old truck, and that quit running. And so since he didn't step up and Dylan had a first job coming, I was going to let him borrow one of my Jeeps, but I ran into this Toyota on Marketplace, and it turned out to be just the right car for him. So, and then that'll teach him some responsibility to make those monthly payments. He's got to do gas. And the good thing was, the ability to make payments and then live at home with mom. I told him, you're going to save $1,000 a month if you can stay home. Go buy, a gallon of milk once in a while, a loaf of bread, help mom out. If you can help her with the electric once in a while, I started putting those ideas in his head. It's much better to pay a $200 electric bill than to pay $1,000 rent. And if you're a good human being, which he is, he doesn't give her any trouble at all. He helps her out, and it's smart to stay home until you get established. She Devil Adventures is here. Tommy. Welcome, welcome. Yep, 31 cents I got from last week's live stream. They put the ads in the stupidest places. Yeah, you can pick. For this one, I picked 30 minutes. And evidently, I heard somebody, I think Lily said she saw an ad around 15 minutes there. But I have it set to 30 minutes, which is the highest it'll go. Oh, well. Can't wait to get back to Ironwood. Yeah, we love it out here. Fuzzy Adventures and More is here. Welcome, welcome. Just have trouble with the lives. Thank you, Janice. I appreciate that. And I have, if you hit the drone video watch list, I have a bunch of drone videos on there, and most of those are nice, relaxing flights through the monument mostly, with some nice music to them. Everybody's welcoming Fuzzy in. Gracie's coming home in mid-December. Oh my gosh. She's going to be gone a while then. This is only August. We're talking, gee whiz, August 25th, which is almost over. So we got September, October, November. Okay, not too bad. 4 months to go. Oh, your dog Lucas is getting a little gray. Yeah. We don't know his exact age. When we got him from the Humane Society, they told us he was about 1.5 years old. Now, he did have a chip, and we think that he ran away from home. He was still intact, I will say. And so I think he was out looking for a girlfriend, but he was on the east side of Tucson. He had been sprayed with mace and was full of ticks and was just in terrible shape. And so we're not sure exactly how old he is, but they called the previous owner, and the owner never called back. They called the owner. They said, hey, we found your dog. We have him at the Humane Society. Call us back. Well, I suspect that Lucas was out wandering a lot, and maybe they just gave up on him. But you know, those young labs, they need to be worked hard and to stay out of trouble. And so we have a nice area here he can run. He's got over an acre fenced in that he can run around and play. So we work him every morning. We work him. His job is to fetch the ball and bring it back to us. So we do that every single morning. Thank you, Carol. All right. Gracie's doing chores while listening and saying hi to everyone. Colonel Sanders, I've heard that before, Janice. I've heard it before. Yeah, Roy and Becky are in separate places, but they do on Fridays, they do join each other on their live stream. And so they're able to chit chat before and after that. So Tommy's saying hello to Janice. She Devil is doing some caring for a family member too. So he took off exploring, found him halfway to the back of the property. Yep, they'll do that. They'll do that. So Ray lives in Ohio, if I recall correctly, in a rural area of Ohio. And his little dog, Diego, likes to wander once in a while. All right, Lee, thank you. You have a great week too. Thanks for popping in. We're keeping Janice up. It's like 3 o'clock in the morning. You're welcome, Ray. Welcome. That's a little perk for being a channel member. Thank you. Appreciate it. Appreciate that, Carol. Yep. No, Ron. That's right. We all miss him, and he was a great guy. Got to know. He came out here to Ironwood a couple years ago, right after he had his kidney surgery, and he drove his van out here and spent some time with us at the meetup, the Ironwood meetup, 2023, I want to say. We were hoping he would make it back, but he'll be there just in spirit. Thanks, Ray. Those are Sunu.com. And you have to play around with it. Sunu.com is where you go, and then you sign up, and they give you some free music if you want to play around with it. There's Have Cheated With You. Welcome, welcome, Patrick. Patrick does interviews for people in the film industry. Very interesting interviews. So he'll bring on an actress or an actor and or a screenwriter, producers, and then he'll interview them on his channel. And very interesting to see. This is primarily the independent film industry folks that he brings on. Very interesting to see the process they go through to make films. Okay, Tommy uses Sunu. Yeah, that's good. I like it too. Definitely will save money. And I sent him a couple of links of examples of places for rent. Cheapest one I found around here was $1,000 a month for a little studio, one of those studio places. $1,000 a month. It's a lot of money for an 18-year-old. Wow. Naja's in Florida. Rent apartment around here goes for $2,000 to $3,000. And are you guys seeing it going like out of sight? It's doing that here. In fact, there are people in Tucson that are being priced out of their apartments. They're working jobs. They're doing the best they can. But, at some point, what do you do when you can't afford rent? Well, they go nomadic. A lot of them will do that, or at least some of them will. A lot of them are trying to figure out, how do I deal with this? And I think the answer in some cases is you go nomadic, right? If you can find a van, and Ray has one, so he camps in his quite often. You find a minivan that you can turn into a camper. Yeah, that is expensive. All right, efficiencies are 900 to 1800. So we have a friend that lives over on the east side of Tucson that pays I think her rent is $950 a month, and that's for a 1-bedroom. Crazy, huh? So when does it stop? So I'm hearing that around here, these big companies are even buying houses. Who can afford a house if you can't hardly afford rent? Who could afford to buy a house nowadays? I know we couldn't. We had this house built 20 years ago, and I couldn't replace it now. We couldn't afford it now. And so who can buy a house now? Well, what's happening around here is these big corporations are actually building developments, and then they're renting these homes out to people. That's we call our time away from each other. I think it's probably more of a vacation for Becky, right? At least if we asked her, you're better looking than Colonel Sanders, though. Yeah, I know. Thanks. I appreciate that, Tracy. Yeah, Ron was a sweetheart for sure. Thank you, Gracie. Appreciate the reminder. Thumbs up. Same in Australia. Housing is through the roof too in Australia. So I guess it's a worldwide phenomenon. I'm priced out of here around Norfolk. Yeah, I believe it. A lot of military around Norfolk. I'm going to interview the poison ivy that's lighting me up. Uh-oh, somebody got into some poison ivy. Yeah, big corporations are taking over a lot of rentals. Yikes. All right, what else is going on? Oh, we are over halfway over. Let me run my thank you video for channel members. Appreciate all the channel members very much. Oh, I have a monsoon lightning video to show you guys too. Where did I put? There it is right there. Be right back.
To all my members out there, you lift me up so high. The support you give me makes me touch the sky. In every lonely moment, when shadows start to fall, your love shines like a beacon. I hear your heartfelt call. Thank you, dear members, for standing by my side. With your strength and courage, we take this wild ride. From morning's glow to starry night, you're the reason I shine, my forever guiding light. In the desert where it's dry, where the cacti proudly stand, you're my loyal companions, my devoted band. Through rocky trails and valleys, we gather every mile. Hand in hand we wander with your endless smiles. Thank you, dear members, for standing by my side. With your strength and courage, we take this wild ride. From morning's glow to starry night, you're the reason I shine, my forever guiding light. Desert where it's dry, where the cacti proudly stand, you're my loyal companions, my devoted band. Through rocky trails and valleys, we gather every mile. Hand in hand we wander with your endless smiles.
Yeah, big corporations taking over the rentals, that's for sure. Anyway, thank you, channel members. Appreciate your support very much. Poison ivy. I don't even know if I would pick out poison ivy. We don't have it around here. We have travel. We've lived all over the country, but I don't think I've ever got into poison ivy. Reminds me of the coal company towns. That's right, yeah. They'll soon have company stores again, it sounds like. I don't know. Yeah, those towns like Sasko up in the northern part of the monument, they had town stores, they had post office. Those were in very remote areas, and yeah, I suppose they made money on them. Yeah, no fun, no fun. Yikes. Didn't even know what it was until it started showing up all over my arm. Did you use a calamine lotion for it, Patrick? I heard that's supposed to work. No, we don't have it here either, luckily. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Calamine lotion, good for poison ivy. Yeah, scary, huh? Okay, I want to show you guys this little video. So back behind me is Ragged Top Mountain. We had a storm roll through. We got about less than a half an inch of rain out of it probably 4 or 5 days ago. And it headed towards Ragged Top and the Silver Bell Mountains out there. The rain stopped here. So I put the drone up and I got some really cool video of the lightning storm. And I have just a short video to share with you here. It's a minute and 47 seconds long. And I also used Sunu.com for the lyrics and the music. So here we go. And in the video, I slowed down so you could see the lightning bolts. This is a short version of a longer video that I'll post on the channel here very soon.
The heat of the day fades, a whisper in the breeze. The storm clouds gather round, dancing through the trees. The sky turns dark and wild, electric in the Arizona desert. There's magic everywhere. Calling out my name, a symphony of thunder, wild and untamed. Thank you, Mother Nature, for the rain you've supplied in this sonoran wonder. Let your blessings collide. Dust swirls in the twilight, a prelude to the show. The earth drinks in the promise, feeling every glow. Lightning splits the heavens, a brilliant dance of light. We're all wrapped in the rhythm of this desert night.
Yeah, I love how that came out. The chances of having a storm roll over and the rain stop, these drones are not waterproof. And so you can fly them in a sprinkle, coming back home, but they don't like rain. They cool themselves by venting as they're traveling, and so they have vent holes and stuff in them, and you don't want to fly them. I haven't tested it in the rain. I don't know if it would survive or not, but behind the camera there you can see right through the drone, and that's for cooling. And so sucking rainwater in wouldn't be good for it. But anyway, chances of a storm rolling over and then the rain stopping while the lightning is happening behind you is very slim. So almost a once in a lifetime shot of that. And it came out really, really nice. So I took about 20 minutes of video. Then I dumped it into Filmora, and I had to scan through it and look for the lightning bolts. And then I cut them out and then slowed them down. I added the lightning sounds periodically through the video, and then slowed it down so you could see the lightning bolts. It was really cool. I really had fun. Really had fun with that. Yeah, and I used Sunu.com for the music. I know, I do too. Yeah. It's not so fun when it's hitting around you. In fact, when I worked for the co-op, I worked for the electric co-op for 20 years, a little over 20 years. Lightning damages a lot of power lines, transformers and things, and so we had a lot of outages during monsoon season around here. This year, not many outages, so it's been a pretty quiet year. Yeah, I'm really happy with that. It really came out cool. And I love that music too. Mother Nature was throwing Patrick into poison ivy. No rain in Michigan. Well, you know, being a weather forecaster, weatherman, weather person, weather woman is the only job I know of where you can be wrong 50% of the time and still keep your job. Right? You guys know of any other job that you can be wrong? Thank you, Ray. I appreciate that very much. I have fun, I'm gives me something to do. Lucas and I will go out and I'll take the drone out. The interesting thing about this is a monument, right? So normally you can't fly a drone inside a national park or a national monument. The unique thing about Ironwood Forest National Monument is that it's also a military operations area. In fact, I ran into two of the people who manage this area that are BLM people, and I chatted with them. I was flying the drone out by Ragatop, and I was coming back, and I saw them coming down the trail. They were out picking up trash and kind of checking things out. And they stopped where I was at the base of the trail down here. And she said, "Is that your drone up there?" I said, "Yeah, that's me." She said, "I thought so." And I was expecting a confrontation, but I told her I was a FAA certified pilot, that I was flying here in the military operations area. She did not question me or say anything. I said, "I'm careful about not harassing the bighorn sheep that live up on Ragatop. I don't harass any of the animals out here. I just fly and record a video of this monument." And they didn't give me any hassle at all. So I was really happy to hear that. I was expecting to have a confrontation, and it didn't turn out that way. Yeah, in fact, Tracy, when you have active lightning storms, well, we used to actually call off the job until the lightning passed, because if you're up there working on a piece of equipment on the power line or that's connected to the power line, you can have a lightning strike 5 miles away and it'll run that voltage right down the power line, even if it's out of power and you've got it opened up. It'll run voltage right down to you if you're downstream from that. So we were always very careful when there was lightning in the area. Yeah, you're saying they're 50%. I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt, Tim. Yeah, 50% of the time, right? Probably less than that, maybe 30% actually. It is free, Ray. Go to Zunu.com. I think you have to put in your email address, but you can play around with it. And then they give you a certain number of songs you can create for free. And then for $10, I mean, you could do 100 songs a month for $10. Appreciate that, Cheryl. In fact, Cheryl, I'm gonna show your channel. I'm going to do a screen share here. Since it didn't work last time, I'll do another one. Okay, so here's Fangirl Cheryl's channel right here. Since she gave me a nice comment there. This is Fangirl Cheryl's channel. She's got 1,130 some subscribers. She's got over 300 videos. Check that out. She does a lot of cooking. She does some chit chat in her van. She just dropped a video Busking with a Smile. And then down here, she's got a YouTube challenge going on, 30 videos in 30 days. Look at that.
Hey everybody, Fangirl Cheryl here. I have a challenge for you. Yeah, just thought of this, so I'm putting it out there and gonna do it. So all I had to do for a goal was set a date, right? So I set a date. So September 1st, the challenge begins. I'm not sure. Like maybe I've never done a poll. Let's do a poll. But anyway, challenge. The challenge is, you've seen all these videos, challenges, post 30 videos in 30 days. And yeah, so I thought, why not? You know, just shorts. So that's what I'm going to do. It's starting September 1st. And I invite you to join in. So let's do it. Let's do it.
So she's throwing out a challenge for anybody who wants to jump in there. 30-day challenge. She's starting on September 1st. So that'll be fun. Is the cheetah cleaning your arm to heal you? You missed Lucas, boy. Well, let me see if he's around. He's probably laying on the couch over here. Or he's out with mom. Here he comes. Okay. Yeah, looks like he was napping. Were you napping out there? You got sleepy eyes? Yeah, got sleepy eyes. Patrick and I think Carol like to see you. Yeah. So he'll be down for the count now. We worked him pretty hard this morning. He'll be napping most of the day. And then just coming and going outside to walk around a little bit. Then we'll play in the evening when it cools off. You are such a good boy, huh? You are such a good boy. Yeah, yes you are. Yes you are. You're such a good boy. Yeah, he is the best. He takes good care of us. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that either. It is. Actually, it is. You've got rubber tires and you're insulated. Now, here's a good piece of advice for you. So let's say you're in your van and you're parked underneath the power line during a storm, which you shouldn't be. You should pay attention. Never park underneath the power line during a storm, especially if it's a windstorm. If that power line comes down on your van and is energized, what will happen? If you think about birds that land on power lines and they sit up there and look at the view, why do they not get electrocuted? Why do birds not get electrocuted? Well, they are isolated on the power line. Unless they touch a ground and become the path for the current, they're safe. Same thing in your vehicle. If you have a power line wire land on your vehicle and it's energized, as long as you stay in the vehicle, you're safe. You're like a bird on a power line. You get that? You're like a bird on a power line. Now, if you try to step out of your van and you step down to the ground, you become the path for current. So from the van, which has the power line laying on it, to the ground, you will get electrocuted. So if anything like that happens, don't jump out of the vehicle, wait for emergency services to arrive, and they will make sure the line is shut off before they evacuate you. In fact, they used to teach us at the co-op when I was a youngster apprentice, they said if you were on a line truck and you needed to jump off your line truck because you had a power line touching it, you hopped off of it. You didn't step off. You actually jumped off of it. And so you got that air gap and you hit the ground and you're safe. So long as you don't step off and become the path, you're good. Phil is here. Welcome, Phil. Good to see you. Bad cooking. Thanks. Are you joining us? Maybe so. Maybe so. Scrolling. There's Lucas. Okay, that's when Lucas came back in. 3 a.m. where Janice is. We're keeping her up. Thanks for hanging out, Janice. You're a trooper. Yep. Handsome Lucas. I know, huh, Tim? It's going to be cooling off here. It's, I think, actually, if the storm rolls soon, we're going to be in the 70s tonight. (92) and 55% humidity. Yep. Birds are well-grounded animals. That's right. He needs that sleep. He needs that nap. Yeah, just a little safety advice for you. Exactly. Every down line is a live wire. Now, the system is designed, I know we're at the 1 hour point. The system is designed, because I work for the electric co-op here. The system is designed so that if something hits the ground and that current flow goes into the ground, which is supposed to do, it trips a breaker upstream and it opens the line up. But sometimes that doesn't work. If you have a line that falls into a tree or onto a vehicle, sometimes it will stay energized. So always assume that it's live. Yeah, don't get out. There's Misha. Son is visiting. You have a great day. Thanks for popping in, saying hi, Misha. Tell your son we said hello. If the van is rocking, stay put, LOL. We'll just leave that right where it is. We used to have a bumper sticker on our vans. I had a 1971 Dodge van back in the, when was that? Back in the 80s. And we belonged to van clubs back then. So I'm a van lifer from way back. And that was always a joke people would put on their vans. If this van's a rockin', don't come knocking. They hang upside down. Wow. Oh, that's interesting, Janice. I don't know how to pronounce that. Gala? Interesting. Oh, yeah, Phil, we have that here. Many people are killed and maimed every year, panic breaking when a deer, raccoon, squirrel crosses the road. Yeah, it happens here. In fact, I was on, look at that, blowing dust advisory. Blowing dust advisory expires in 6 hours. It's going to start getting windy. Yay. I was riding my motorcycle to work. We live on a windy road at 5:15 in the morning some years ago. I have a Honda Goldwing, and I used to ride it back and forth to work every morning. And I went around this curve one morning. It was a cool morning. There were 3 deer standing on the road. One was on the white line on the right-hand shoulder, and they were all females. And I banged off of her, bounced off of her chest, and I stayed up and kept going, but it busted some plastic on my bike. And so I know how that works. didn't expect them there, and there they were. I come around the curve, and boom, there were 3 does right there, good-sized does. Yeah, no lightning strike sticker. That will help a little bit, Patrick, but it's no guarantee. No guarantee. Scrolling. Hope I didn't miss anybody. We got Aussie tip for American nomads. It was on the right-hand side. I hit her in the chest and I recoiled. You know, the bike is 900 pounds. So I recoiled and did one of these, but I stayed up. And I think it was the larger deer that I hit. Wow. Okay, I want to show you guys that came in late the video that I captured back here over Ragatup with the lightning storm. And then I'm going to run my outro video. So thanks everybody for being here today. I'm going to catch some breakfast with Oki here in a few minutes. And yes, I was very lucky. And I slowed down after that too, Tracy. Thanks everybody for being here. I want to show you this video again. This is a monsoon lightning video of a storm that was over Ragatup Mountain, and you can see the lightning flashes. You can actually see Ragatup show up. So thanks everybody for being here. We'll see you next time.
The heat of the day fades, a whisper in the breeze. The storm clouds gather round, dancing through the trees. The sky turns dark and wild, electric in the air. In the Arizona desert, there's magic everywhere. Calling out my name, a symphony of thunder, wild and untamed. Thank you, Mother Nature, for the rain you've supplied in this sonoran wonder. Let your blessings collide. Dust swirls in the twilight, a prelude to the show. The earth drinks in the promise, feeling every glow. Lightning splits the heavens, a brilliant dance of light. We're all wrapped in the rhythm of this desert night.
Wake up to a brand new day. Smile at the sun's warm ray. Greet the world with open arms. Spread good vibes and charms. Kind words change the scene. Make life feel like a dream. Help someone who's in need. Plant a little kindness seed. Shine bright like a star, no matter where you are. Kindness takes you far. Light up the world. Together we can make it
embers. Simple acts can heal, make every moment real. Shine bright like a star, no matter where you are. Kindness takes you far, light up the world. Light up the world.
Good morning, friends, I see you here. Thank you for joining. Let's spread the cheer. With coffee in hand and smiles on our face, together we'll share this warm, sacred space. So raise your cup, let's toast to the day. With the sun on the horizon, we'll laugh and play in this little corner of the world so bright. Here's to the moment, here's to the light.
The sky's painted gold as the sun starts to rise. We're sharing our stories under pastel skies. With every sip, we're weaving our dreams. In this virtual gathering, it's better than it seems.
So raise your cups, let's toast to the day. With the sun on the horizon, we'll laugh and play in this little corner of the world so bright. Here's to the moment, here's to the light. Let's breathe